It's Halloween, so what is the scariest movie? Let's talk about it now on The Brew.
Jersey Joe and you hanging out solo, mano a mano for this week. We're giving Ian a little napping time, but that's okay because you and I are going to talk about scary movies. In fact, the question we put on social media this week for The Brew is, what are the scariest movies ever? We got a whole stack of your favorites. I like a good scary movie. In fact, I got a few of my own suggestions here. I'm going to share a few in just a second, but you've got yours as well. Halloween is this week, and we all love a good scary movie. You know, we'll pay big bucks. Movie theaters are reopening. A lot of people are also doing the whole on-demand thing where you watch at home. So what is your favorite scary movie? Well, I've got a couple. My first, most scariest ever, I'm going to say, is the Amityville Horror, which actually happened not too far from here out on Long Island. It was a real thing, apparently. These people bought a house, and, well, they got just totally terrorized by ghosts and poltergeists the whole time. Funny thing is, though, the house is still there to this day, I believe, but the ghosts are not. When the family moved out, finally, the ghost left and went with them, so I guess the problem was over. Another weird one, oh yeah, The Thing. Remember that down in Antarctica? They were these research people down in a base. This alien thing was taking them over one by one. It didn't start off scary, but then it gets really dark and scary, and like, who's possessed? Who's going to be attacked by the alien? It's one of those ones that'll make you jump out of your seats. And then, in full disclosure, when I was a little kid, for me, The Dark Crystal. Yes, it was a children's movie, but I was a child at the time. Absolutely had me terrified. So, yeah, that's my list of them. We got a whole bunch of yours as well. And in fact, I'll share a few more scarier thoughts of mine as we continue on. But let's take a look at your list. What do you think are the most scariest movies? Prince Nye says, I kind of want to say The Belko Experiment or Jeepers Creepers. Starman says The Exorcist or The Ring. Oh, that's a good one, too. Although, like, with television technology now, The Ring was, you put the tape in the deck and you froze it on, like, the one frame. A little harder to do now. I don't know if you could put, like, some type of, like, scary element embedded into a YouTube video. Like this, I hope not. All right. Wingman342, he says The Omen. That's a fine choice. April G702, Silence of the Lambs, without a doubt. From Mig's Handful to The Moss and the Lady Suit, the face transfer and elevator was just creepy. I agree. Why, hello, Clarice. Wait, I think that was from the sequel. Scary as well. Hannibal Lecter, though. Crazy. No wonder he was locked up. Citizen Ken, John Carpenter's The Thing. Hey, that was my answer from earlier. Real Treats Tweets, Amityville Horror. I saw it when I was about 6. It still freaks me out. Glad someone agrees with me. Mike F3825, Failsafe. Saw it with my parents at the Blue Star Cinema, Route 22, Watchung in 1964. I remember walking out of the theater shaking. Remember the Cuban Missile was still pretty recent. To this day, I do not enjoy movies where I get killed. The 60s and 70s were definitely the whole disaster movie era, and that was one of the earlier ones. And a lot of them, too, like, they didn't have happy endings. When you watch Earthquake with Paul Newman, I mean, he dies at the end. Yeah, I know, I just ruined it for you. But, you know, he doesn't get out of the disaster. Some of those are crazy, and the drive-in theater he talked about, I have no idea if it's still in existence, but not very far from sitting right now and talking to you live. Drive-ins, too. Isn't that kind of cool? One thing, the pandemic, if you want to say anything good came out of the pandemic, drive-ins came back. That's kind of exciting. They're fun. I haven't been to one in ages. We have them back home in Pennsylvania. Glad to see, though, even like here in Jersey City, they turn a parking lot into a drive-in theater now, and it's still going on even post-COVID. So I went and saw a movie in the actual mall here the other week, the Sopranos prequel, and there was only like 4 people in the whole theater, counting me. So, ooh, the movie-going experience in a weeknight still not exactly back to where it should be, though. But seeing a giant scary movie in the big screen is amazing. Signs, I know I've talked to you about this on this show before. That's one of my favorite movie-going experiences ever. The whole theater got into it, and it's the Mel Gibson movie where the aliens attack Earth, and they don't actually show the aliens till about 3/4 of the way in, and they do it in a crazy way. They show it in a kid's birthday party video, and everybody just like, oh, when you see the alien the first time, the whole theater gasps and like jumps out of the chair. Crazy, a lot of fun, and that's something like the movie-going experience is kind of like how it's a little bit more exciting in the big screen than it is here at home, even though our TV screens are getting just as big. But let's go to more of your comments. Rock the Guitar, The Blue Lagoon. What goes in alligators stays in alligators. I think I might have consumed a Blue Lagoon adult beverage somewhere at some point in time. I'm sure it's trademarked somewhere. Rock Guitar also says Staying Alive. I think that's a music video. Bronx Bombers 46, Exorcist, and Halloween. Timely yet topical. Rudy says The Blair Witch Project. Ah, Blair Witch. Another scary, exciting movie. I'm glad, though, I saw that at home. Did not see that in the theaters. I think that's one with the whole shaky palm quarter thing. It was so cool. It was like groundbreaking at the time. Then everybody tried to emanate it and make it their own. Everybody tried to make a copy, a ripoff. They did The Blair Witch 2, which would try to be more like professional. Didn't work as well as it did. You almost like they should have just left the original alone and did what it did. But great movie, absolutely scary, and another fun one too. And finally, Ollie says, no lie, E.T. Everyone finds the little shit cute, but I find him a terrifying poo monster. One word a phrase I never thought I'd say on the internet, poo monster. E.T. was kind of cute, not totally scary unless you're like terrified of aliens. And how could you be scared of Reese's Pieces? All right, well, thank you for your great answers this week on The Brew. And don't be scared. Click that like, subscribe button down below for all the fun here in the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. 4 big shows waiting for you each every week. Lots more bar talk game shows as well. And some of my old-fashioned movies are on here, too, on my channel, too, that I made years ago when I was a kid. And they're not scary. No, I don't think, unless you're scared about bad production values. All right, Jersey Joe here and our friends saying thanks for watching. Thanks for all your great comments, and I'll see you next time, I hope.